Well, hello. How you doing? This is the S. Anthony Thomas. This is the S. Anthony Says podcast. How are you doing, my friends? How are you doing? Now, before we get started, I just want to say thank you very, very much to everybody. I know you've been coming over to the other podcast, the S. Anthony Thomas Show. I appreciate it. I see the numbers going up, and I know it's you. And thank you for telling everybody about the other show, and thank you for spreading the word, and thank you for coming over. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. It means a lot to me. And it just goes to show that the people listening to this podcast are some cool mother. Shut your mouth. I'm just talking about my audience. So thank you. This is episode number 344, folks. 344. And, I want to talk about this. This is maybe a little convoluted, but that's nothing new for me, as you know. All right. Now, my next doctor's appointment is at the end of January, and I'm fine. Everything's good. Just a regular checkup. And I have a doctor that always checks everything. You know, some of it has to be with the fact that I'm 50 now. So they're always looking for something to fall apart, and knock on the wood, nothing has. But that's the thing, man. You know, doctors are people mechanics, right? But the thing is, when it's with your doctor, you want them, like my doctor, if there's something different she wants to try out, she go, okay, take this blood test, take that blood test, take this, take that, do this, do that. And she makes sure everything's okay. But I had a mechanic, and he was one of those guys that literally, if you went in with a problem, he just fixed that, right? He did not try to upsell you to anything else. He did not try to add on any services, none of that. And in the beginning, that sounded like a good deal, man. It was kind of good. Every time you would go in there, you'd go in there with the amount of money you said the repair cost, and you're preparing for it, but you'd always bring in a little extra money just in case, because sometimes when you go to mechanics, and you know what I'm talking about, if you go to certain places, instead of just doing the thing you want them to do, they're always trying to upsell you to the next service, right? You go in there to get your oil change, and all of a sudden, would you like to have your windows balabified? What's that? It's a new service we do where we use a special chemical with hydrogen and oxygen in it. And you mean water? Oh God, I did not realize you was not stupid. So you're basically, you named washing the windows, that word, right, that you just made up just now. And you wanted you wanted me to pay $40 so you could wash the windows. Is there any way we could, you could not tell people about it because we want to be able to take advantage of really dumb people? Yeah, I'm telling everybody. Okay, you do realize that we're working on your brakes. Like I said, I am telling nobody. Moving on. But that's the thing, you know, you get into the situation where you're just pretty much expecting them to try to upsell you to something else. And so when I went to this mechanic that I was using a long time ago, it was very, very refreshing to walk in there knowing that when he told me $200 for this or $75 for that, when he told me the amount of money he wanted, I would show up with that money. He would take the money. He'd shake my hand, hand me my keys, and I'd leave. And that was cool. That was acceptable, man. That was great because you weren't getting upsold. Fantastic. But there is a downside to that. Because sometimes if you go to a reputable mechanic, sometimes when they're in there looking at something else, there is something else wrong with your car that they should alert you to. It's not them upselling. It's them actually, doing their job properly. Right? If you're going for a wheel alignment and that they see there's a problem with your brakes, they should tell you about it. Well, the mechanic I had before would just fix the crap and then send you the hell back out. I remember getting my car fixed by this cat. I'm driving away and then car stops and shuts off. I take it back to what the hell is wrong? He goes, your beluga was broken. And it's the kind of thing that he would have noticed doing the repair I asked him to do, but he was so focused on just doing the repair I asked him to do, he didn't even pay attention to the other thing that he needed to take care of. Now, if that thing didn't break down, that would have been acceptable. He would have done exactly what I wanted him to do, and that would have been acceptable. But sometimes acceptable is not acceptable, is it? Sometimes you expect people to go a little bit extra, right? There are many cases where things that are, here's an example of what I'm talking about. When something's acceptable and there's a line that's drawn. With the mechanic, the line is drawn as, yes, I want you to do the repair I want you to do, but if you see something else wrong, alert me to it. Call me in the middle of the repair and I will tell you on the phone whether to do that repair. Tell me if I need to get it done. Okay. So under normal circumstance, that's acceptable. Here's another thing. You go to the gas station. You want to fill up your car. You figure, you know your car, you estimate about $60 is what it's going to take to fill your car from where it is right now. You go to the counter, you hand them the money, $60 on 6. Right? You go back to your car, you put the thing in, pull the thing, you push the thing, beep, and then gas is going in, right? You're looking at that stupid TV that they have on top of the gas pump where people who are going, I really wish I could be on regular news, not this crap ass news is on this stupid gas pump. And they're telling you news that you already knew from yesterday because they keep rerunning the same damn thing for a week. You know what I'm talking about, right? You look over there, they do $42. I wish this pump was faster. Damn it. Gas going in. All right. You're looking around, the girl's looking at you. You smile at her. She smiles back at you, right? You look on the other side, the guy's wearing the jersey of your favorite team. You're wearing a jersey of your favorite team. You give them the thumbs up. You high five each other. Oh, how about that game? How was the game? Yeah. Now you're at $50 and you're going, okay, I got to kill some time here, right? You figure, I don't want to sit back in the car. It's only $10 more in gas. How long could that take? You look back at the gas. You're like, oh God, it's going to take quite a while. You sit down, right? You want to turn in your car, but you know you shouldn't do that crap because it's stupid to do that. You don't want to blow up your car, right? You get back out and they go. The gas stops at $58 exactly. So you're owed $2. You're on pump 6. Pump 6 is way far away from where you paid. And in addition to that, there's a bunch of people in line, a whole long line of people, right? And they all seem to be in bad moods. And as you start to walk towards the teller to get your $2 back, you realize somebody's sitting there having an argument with the person inside inside of the gas station. There's a long line of people, right? You can see lots of money in their hands. So you know it's going to be a whole lot of transactions. You can see a person flipping around looking for credit cards. You're like, oh God, why don't you just put your credit card in the pump, jackass? Oh, you already can tell that person's an idiot. So now you realize, it's $2. Do I want to stand in that long line I can see from all the way over here for $2? You're already late. You're in a hurry. You don't even normally go to this gas station. You figure this one was on the way, so you'd save some time, but it's not going to save you any time if you get back in that line, right? $2. Are you going to get in that long line and walk all the way over there for $2? Of course not. Why? Because losing $2 in this particular occasion is acceptable. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Screw it. I don't care about that $2. But wait, let's move back a little bit. Now you're pumping the gas, right? You gave them $60. Gas comes in, beep, it stops at $50. Now, in this experiment, you lost $10 now. Maybe it stopped at $40, $20. Let's say it stopped at $40 and you put it in $60 and they owe you $20. Are you going to get back in that line and wait for the $20? You're damn right you are. That's $20. What if it was $10? That's not acceptable. Hell no. Give me my $10. I'll stand in line. Right? Not even a thought about it. That is not acceptable. What if it was $5? Ooh. The gas pump $55. I'm owed $5. At this point, you're starting to think, is losing $5 acceptable? That's the cheapest meal at the local fast food place. And I remember going there one time and I ate the $5 meal and the $5 meal was not crap. In fact, I was annoyed. But as it turns out, that meal kind of sucked, but it was only $5 and I was hungry, but I'm not hungry even though I didn't like the meal. That's acceptable to lose $5. But at least in that situation, I wasn't hungry anymore. But right now, you got to think about it at $5. What about it was $4, $3? $2? No, you leave because it's acceptable to lose $2 in that scenario. That's acceptable. Just like it was acceptable when you go to the garage and the guy does the repair that you want to get done, but there's nothing else goes wrong. That's acceptable, right? A lot of times we think things are acceptable, and a lot of times we're right. We're right that the thing is acceptable, but a lot of times the crap is not acceptable. Had a handyman come to my house, and I wanted to get my sink fixed in Los Angeles. And it was a kind of repair that I couldn't do. I didn't have the tools, and I didn't want to mess around, because if I effed it up, I'd be paying some real money, because I wouldn't be able to get a handyman. I'd need to actually find somebody who really knew what they were doing, who would really charge me, right? And rightfully so. I get it. They have expertise. They have the tools, and they have the know-how. I get it. But hell no. So I get a handyman, right? He comes in, and he walks in, and he doesn't even have all the tools he needs, but that's okay. Some of the tools he needed, I already had myself. They weren't the professional level tools, but they were good enough to get the job done. Okay. He doesn't have his own tools, but I do have the tools that he needs, or I can borrow them from a neighbor. Okay. That's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. He does this and he's supposed to know what he's doing. It's not a good sign. He doesn't even have the tools he needs. I don't know if this is acceptable. He goes under the sink and he starts to do his work, right? And I need the double flange and the quadruple flange and the quintuple flange. Hey, this guy looks like he knows what he's doing. He's already progressed nicely with doing this job. Alrighty, fantastic, right? An hour goes by. He gets up, Mr. Thomas. There you go. Turn on the sink. I turn on the sink. Water's coming out. Fantastic. I turn on the other one. Fantastic. Not a problem. Only need to turn on the water for a couple of seconds. What difference does it make? Because it wasn't coming out at all. Now it's coming out. Fantastic. This is not a problem. This is great, right? Turn on the garbage disposal. Shakes a little bit. Shakes a little bit. Before it did not shake at all. Shakes a little bit, but that's okay. That's acceptable. The water's on. That's acceptable. The thing is shaking a little bit, but not too much. That's acceptable. I paid a cat. He leaves. He also has one of my wrenches, but that's okay. I had two of them. Not a problem. Not a big deal. When I think about the amount the wrench cost, he didn't do it on purpose, I don't think. When I add the amount of the wrench cost plus what he charged me to do it, it's still way underneath what a real deal plumber would have charged me. And that's acceptable, even though there's a part of me that's like, I should chase that bastard down and get the wrench. But that's okay. Not a big deal. I don't think he did it on purpose. He walks out and I think it's acceptable. I go, man, this is great. It's been a couple of days where I had to, get my drinking water out of the sink in the bathroom, right? And I couldn't even put stuff in the garbage disposal. I had to wrap up my garbage and put it in plastic and put it in the back of the deep freezer and then throw it out on trash day. That's okay. Not a problem. Everything's back to normal. I put a glass of water under the sink and I want to get a glass of cold water. This is before everybody, and I didn't do the bottled water thing back then, and I put the glass under and the water was good. And I turned it on and I did when I get a glass of cold water and I let it run and the phone rings. I go to get the phone. Hey, baby, girl. Yeah, I'm going to be there tonight. We can do some stuff. Man, I left the water on, right? Still thinking about the girl. Yeah. Put my hand down to get the water. Yeah. Burnt the crap out of myself. What the hell is going on here? I turned on the cold water and the hot water came out. What? He made a mistake. He put the hot water pipe underneath the cold water pipe, because the pipes were kind of the plastic flexible pipes, and he put the bastard put the wrong one under the wrong one. I turn on the other side, cold water comes out. Bastard. Well, the water is on. I guess that's acceptable, right? All right. Let me throw some of this garbage down the garbage disposal. Whoa, it's starting to shake a little more than I thought. I go underneath there and I notice that the screws weren't screwed all the way in tight. It's the right screw, but it wasn't screwed in tight. So I go underneath there myself and I screw it in more, and it's real tough. I can see why he stopped, because it kind of hurts my hands, but I got that one in. Turn it back on. And now it's not shaking. Okay, he should have done that himself. He should have stayed underneath there until he got the screw screwed all the way in tight. He got him in good, but he didn't get him in tight enough. But I guess that was acceptable. As it turns out, my hand, when you do something with your hands and you use your hand to whatever the maximum capacity for your hand at that time, and your hand kind of shakes and it hurts for a little while, and then it kind of slowly goes back to normal. Should have been his hands, damn it, that bastard. But it was my hands. But that's okay. That's okay. He did get it back up in there. He did put the new one in there. He did, like I said, he didn't screw it all the way in like he should have, but that's acceptable, right? Right? So I sit down and watch some TV. One of my boys comes over. Yo, man, we gonna watch this fight. Okay. I'm thinking we're going to watch this fight. You got your $25. Okay. He's like, come on, man. You know, my share's only $5. Right. And then a couple of my other boys come over there. They all chipped in so we can get this fight going and all that kind of crap. Cause I was young. I ain't having enough money to be paying for that crap. I mean, I could have paid for it, but come on. I just got my damn sink fixed. Give me a break, punks. Right. So we sit down, man. We gonna watch this game, man. Oh man, I got this crap on. Oh man, look at you, your klutz ass. You got that crap running all down your arm. Let me go wash my hands in your sink. There you go, man. Just wash your hands in the sink, man. Hurry up, man. For the damn fight's gonna come on with your dumb ass, right? Now he goes into the sink and I forgot. I'm like, oh no, I see him reaching for the knob to turn on the water. He thinks it's going to be cold water. It's happening in slow freaking motion. Yo, Billy, don't touch that water. Yeah! What the fuck? He burnt the crap out of himself. Man, was this some kind of goddamn prank or some shit? Come on, man. No, I wouldn't prank like that, man. No, I mean, if I did a prank, it ain't gonna be something that's gonna hurt your ass. You know better than that. Oh, yeah, but what the fuck, man? What? Then I told him, yeah, man, they had a plumber. The plumber? What kind of plumber did some dumb shit like that? Well, it wasn't like a regular plumber. I wanted to save some money, so I had a handyman come in. Handyman? No, it wasn't too damn handy. And he was right. He didn't screw in the damn garbage disposal the way he was supposed to. I wound up having to mess my hands hurt for 15 minutes afterward. I had to do that crap. Not acceptable. And one of my friends got the crap burnt out of him. And not acceptable. So I had to go over there and switch them things myself. Bastards. Sometimes you think something's acceptable and it's not acceptable, right? There's many places where that actually comes into play. It doesn't necessarily have to be, a handyman or a gas station or anything like that. I remember back in the days when I lived with a girlfriend, and I did live with a couple of girlfriends and a couple of dudes that were buddies of mine, and we kind of split the bills in half. And when you kind of broke, back in vaudeville days, they used to have plate spinners, That music would play in the background, and they would have these sticks with points on them that were vertical sticks, and they would take plates and spin them on the sticks. And if they could keep the plate spinning, the spinning motion of the plate would hold the plate horizontal on top of the stick, and it wouldn't fall over. But obviously, as each plate was neglected to spin the next plate in the series, it would start to wobble a little bit. And the whole idea was to make sure that the plates did not hit the ground. That's the music playing in the background. And the guy would run back and forth, going to each plate that was beginning to wobble and spin it. And as he finally got these plates spinning again, he looked to the other side and another plate would be wobbling. And eventually, they'd all fall down, right? Or in most cases, he'd be able to keep him spinning and he would run down and take him off in succession. Bang, got him. And the audience goes nuts. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. He was able to keep those plates spinning for the whole song. And then as the song came to a conclusion, he was able to grab the plates before they crashed onto the floor. Yay. Or if it was a comedy act, he would let the plates fall on the floor and that would be the joke at the end of it. Okay. Or somebody would walk out and knock the plates over or some crap like that. But that's what your bills are like when you're broke. You sit down at the desk with either your girlfriend or if you're living with a buddy, you got the bills out there and you're trying to check them out. You're thinking about how much money you actually have, how much money you want to spend. And you're looking at the electric bill and the gas bill and the phone bill and the grocery bill and the this bill and the that bill and the this bill and the that bill and the this and the this bill. And you're looking at your money. Notice how I said the bill, and money, cause the bills and the money are not even. No. There's more bills than money slightly. You want to cut back on something? You want to cut back on entertainment? You're in your 20s. There's no chance of that, huh? You want to talk to your girlfriend or your boyfriend, whoever you're with, and tell them you can't spend any money? Good luck with that, huh? And you know what I'm talking about. And you're looking at your bills. And you're looking at your money. Now you're trying to spin those bills and those sticks, right? You're trying to keep the bills afloat, and hopefully one of them won't fall off, aka something gets shut off, right? You got to have the electric on because you want to have your friends over for the party. Got to spin that one. Water. Hey, you don't want your ass to stink. Cable. You could live without it, but you don't want to. I don't necessarily need to call back home to see my parents, right? I'll send them a letter. You let that one fall, right? No, I got to keep the phone on. So what do? What's acceptable? Is it acceptable for any of these things to be shut off? No. So what do? You half pay everything. You put a little on this one. That'll hold them off. You put a little on that one. That'll hold them off. You put a little on that one. That'll hold them off. You know that the shut off notice is coming, and whichever shut off notice comes first, you put whatever left money on that one, right? And then they'll shut up to the next month, right? And then right around that time, another one comes in. You better pay this bill or we're going to come to your house and kick you in the face. You gotta pay that one, and you keep doing that crap, and at that time, that's acceptable, cause you're young and you're stupid. But is that really acceptable? No. When you get older, you realize, hey, I gotta pay the bills first, then I'll do all the stuff I want to do. That's how it works. It's not acceptable. It's amazing the things that we find acceptable at different periods of our life and in different situations. I know it's happened to me and many times, and I know it's happened to you before. It even happens to you in your romantic relationships. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Come on now. Right? You've been there before where you went after someone because they were incredible looking to you and double hot and quadruple hot and quintuple hot. And you imagine you're looking at body parts and legs and stuff, and you want to have access to that. You want to touch that and grab onto that and hold that and make sure you only want to get some of that and get that and jump on top of that and jump onto that and get it. You want that person because they're super duper ultra incredible hot and double incredible hot. You want them. You want them. You want them. You want them. You don't even like them as a person, but it doesn't matter. Look at them. It doesn't matter. Look at her. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Gotta have them, gotta have them, gotta have them, gotta have them. And then they treat you like crap. Why? Because everybody wants them and they can get away with it. And you put up with that crap for a while till you can't take it anymore. And you're going, I don't care how hot you are. I can't take it anymore. Okay. Actually, that's not what you're saying. It's they usually say, okay, I'm done with you. Get out. And you're like, come on, man. Come on, baby. And they're like, shut up, punk, and throw you out. That's usually what happens. I mean, with you, not with me. Moving on. Or you go with the really, really sweetheart person that you're really not that attracted to, right? And they seem like a sweetheart and they're the sweetest and sweetest. And you go, why is this person single? This person's such a sweetie, baditi, patiti, patiti. Why are they single? And the second you become emotionally attached to them, oh, hell no. All of a sudden they start treating you like crap and neglecting you, treating you like garbage and crap. And you're going, what the hell is this? They pick up the phone, they're talking to you. Your mother's a slut and a whore. Your father's a punk ass, chump ass, punk, die, bastard, die. Hello, hi. Oh, I wasn't doing anything. Yeah, oh, it's just such a great time. It's so great to hear from you. I'm just here with Bill, and we're having a great time here. And we are not having a great time. I am in the closet, and she's blowing smoke under the door. She's crazy. Bill's just being funny right now. Hold on for a moment. I'm going to mute the phone really. If you don't shut up, bastard, I'll put more than just smoke under the door. I can hear you on the phone. We're just kidding. It was a practical joke we're playing on you. It is not a practical practical joke. Call the police. She's crazy. Oh, Bill, shut up. She doesn't want to hear about our sex place. I'm sorry. We're playing crazy woman who's nice on the phone and treats him like crap and tortures him. It's a game we play. Girl, you crazy. I know. Let me get off the phone because Bill really needs it bad. What I really need bad is the damn police. Will you call the police? Bill, shut up. Don't try to draw her in. You so sick, you sick bad. I'm going to go be real good to Bill. And as it turns out, you're Bill and you figure out a way you Shawshank Redemption yourself out the closet. You cut a hole through the wall and run naked through your neighbor's door as you tell them to call the police. And they say, we were going to call the police anyway because there's a naked dude in the house. And that relationship ends when she gets dragged away because she's nuts. You know, but I mean, I'm not talking about me. Mind your business. Moving on. So you move past the pretty person that treats you like crap and the person that pretends to be sweet to treat you like crap, and you move on to the next person. And who is the next person? The next person is just pleasant, right? You're not necessarily really excited to be around them. You're not excited to be with them, but they're not, they're not so hot that everyone's trying to jump on top of them, and they're not pretending to be nice to lure you in and treat you like crap. They're not doing any of that kind of crap. You're just there. They're there. You're there. There. That's all. You're not happy. You're not sad. You're living in a sitcom. You know those sitcoms that aren't really big hits, but they aren't bad enough to get yanked off television? They just kind of you ever seen those sitcoms that you watch the reruns and you're going, this was on television long enough to be in syndication, and they made exactly 101 episodes, just enough to get into syndication, right? And you're watching, you're going, it's not, it's all right. I mean, it's better than watching an infomercial. I would never, I wouldn't stop to watch this show. I mean, it's on. The show that I really want comes on in 16 minutes, and I figured, I might as well just leave this on. I'm not going to turn from it because I might miss the show I really want to see, but I just leave this on, I guess. And that's your relationship. It's a relationship that you just leave on for a while because it's not so bad you want to turn it off, but it's not good enough where you want to sit there and concentrate on it. And you find out that this relationship is just acceptable, right? He or she's nice. They're not cheating on you. They're not verbally abusive, right? They gave you a birthday present 2 days before your birthday. Oops, right? And you can't get mad at them because you gave her a surprise party with just you and 2 of her friends 3 days after her birthday, right? And her friends don't realize that they're thinking, oh, well, he just did it after her birthday to trick her. No, you didn't remember, right? Even occasionally you call each other by the wrong name. Oh, right. You spell each other's names wrong on your birthday card, but you don't even say anything because who cares, right? You're figuring, well, it's better than going after the people, the super hot person or the person that pretends to be nice. At least I get laid 2 times a week, sometimes 3 times a week. Let's be honest, 1.5 times a week. I'm not going to say what the 0.5 is, but you get the point, right? And it's acceptable. I've been in those. But I realize now as I've hit 50 that I no longer am going to do anything that's just acceptable. I'm not going to be too picky. I'm not going to be a pain in the ass. I'm not going to be one of those jackasses that's a stickler for everything and tries to be Johnny Professional and all of that crap. I will be professional. Johnny Perfectionist. I'm not going to do that crap, but I'm not going to just accept crap anymore. And you shouldn't either. Why should crap just be acceptable? The hell with acceptable. Get the best crap for yourself, damn it. Be excellent. Right? Because that's what I'm going to do. That's my pledge for me. Excellence only, damn it. And I want the same for you. So let's do this. Well, folks, we have completed this episode. This is episode number 344 of the S. Anthony Says podcast. I want to thank you very, very much for stopping by. Now, as always, my friends, I just want to let you know this podcast is everywhere. I'm pretty sure you know that by now after all this time. This podcast is every damn where. Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, Spreaker Radio, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcast, Podbean, the Google Podcasts, YouTube, Instagram at S. Anthony Thomas. Facebook at S. Anthony Says, Twitter at S. Anthony Thomas, and at S. Anthony Says. Folks, much love to you all. I will see you again next week. Thank you for checking out the other podcast. Thank you for sticking with me. I really, really appreciate it, you bastards. So now, folks, I keep forgetting. People have been direct messaging me because I've been forgetting to say what the email address is. The email address, if you want to contact me directly, is talktosanthony@gmail.com. talktosanthony@gmail.com. Much love to you all. I will talk to you again next week. And now I'm going to say goodbye the way I always say goodbye. And I'm going to do it on the count of 3. And I want you to do it with me. Are you ready? Of course you are. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. S. Anthony. Out.
Go! S. Anthony Thomas. Go! S. Anthony Thomas. Go! S. Anthony Thomas. Go! S. Anthony Thomas. Go ahead and laugh. Go ahead and smile. Go ahead and giggle. We're gonna get wild. Go ahead and clap. Go ahead and cheer. We're gonna have a good time while up in here.